let's see here. So I'm going to be trying out the new Unreal. I've actually only done this fight one time before. Well, yeah, it was way back when I first started playing the game. But I have like no knowledge of it now, so thankfully there's like a guide here. Let's see here. So standard positions.
Incredibly small, as you'll see here. But nonetheless, any player that stood too near to the main tank will get hit by those autos, and just a few autos is enough to kill a non-tank player.
So cleaving attacks.
Some of these autos will give the main tank a stack of this debuff here. This is Viscous Theraplasm. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks don't matter. They don't affect the tank in any way, shape, or form. They just slowly build up as the player gets hit by the autos that give this particular debuff. But if any player gets to 5, they get a dot that will put them through nearly their entire health bar with every tick, guaranteeing they will eventually die. You just need to deal with this by making sure that you swap tanks before this tank can get to 5 stacks. I recommend doing swaps at 3 stacks.
Okay. So 3-stack swap.
Now, there's a bunch of base mechanics that we use throughout the fight. These are used sort of interchangeably. There's no counterpart to them, and they don't hit very hard, but I'll show you them nonetheless. There's Cerulean Vent, which the boss explodes, hitting everybody in melee range for very light damage. Just be aware that your melees will take very light damage if they're attacking the boss. And Homing Lasers will help the boss fire off 2 things that look like missiles. Those target a random player with splash damage. If you're too near to that player, you take the same amount of very light damage, but this is almost negligible, so you don't need to do much to avoid this. If you do want to make things easier on your healer, just have your healers arranged out of melee range, and make sure that everybody's spread out lightly. The first phase of this fight is combat. Currently, the boss is empowered with all 3 of the major primals, Titan, Garuda, and Ifrit, so you're going to see a mixture of mechanics from all 3 of them. At the beginning, Garuda's going to land in the arena. As you see Garuda land, I recommend you pop Knockback Mute and head towards the middle. Garuda's going to target a random section of the arena with Mystical Shriek. Now, this is very easy to just walk out of because it's quite a slow time between when you see the AoE marker and when the attack actually hits, but to make things difficult,
Oh, that's already completed.
Burst at the same time. If you popped your knockback immunity, this is no problem, but if you haven't, that open burst is going to send you flying into the wall and might make it hard to dodge the Mystical Shriek attack. Assuming you pop knockback immunity, just walk out of it to avoid the extra damage. After a while, the boss is next going to use Item Storm from Garuda. You need to be inside this, but you want to be as close to the edge of it as possible. Immediately after this disappears, Titan's going to land in the middle of the Geo Crush, doing proximity-based damage. So as soon as the Eye of the Storm disappears, run to the edge of the arena to take minimal damage from this.
I'll give it a few minutes, see if another one pops up. If not, I'll just put one up myself.
These mechanics will now repeat from the very beginning until you get the boss below 82%. At this point in time, Garuda gets kicked out, disappears, and you started the next phase, Titan phase. Now you're only getting a mixture of Titan and Ifrit mechanics. As soon as you see this phase begin, I recommend having the entirety of your party stack do metal, except for your current main tank. You're going to see some fiery flames from Ifrit appear around the outside of the arena. Shortly after this, you're going to get Titan weight up lands in the middle. They're going to look like this. Carefully, you'll notice the middle of the arena is perfectly safe to dodge both sets of enemies. The only person who can't go there is the main tank, as the party with auto attack leaves. So if you want to avoid that damage, they're going to do the mechanic properly of dodging in slightly and then back out. It looks like this.
Okay. Easy enough.
The boss is going to cast Take Purge, which is just a pretty hard hitting raid wide, mitigate, shield up, and heal afterwards appropriately. Following the Tank Purge, I recommend having your entire group grouped together at the edge of the arena, sort of in one of the northern corners. The boss is now going to do Fiery Flames in the middle, followed by Weight of Flames on the outside. Once again, using the overlap of the two, there are quite a few safe spots. As long as you're at the edge of the arena, it's incredibly simple to just
me see here. Whoops. Apparently I can't type. What? Let's put it at 580. Okay.
Currently different mechanics. First up, 2 random players are going to be targeted with eruptions underneath. If your whole party is stacked together, everyone without an eruption can just move to the other side of the boss, while the eruptions move away from the boss and group these together in one circle. Altogether, each person is going to get 5 eruptions underneath them. If you're uncertain if you are one of the people targeted with eruptions, it can be tricky to see. You might as well go along with the eruption players to make sure you don't accidentally bait the eruptions on the rest of the party. There's a dozen different ways to deal with this, just don't bait your eruptions near to the tanks or the rest of the party. After this, you get another tank group. A little bit tricky. There's a set of 4 fiery plumes, and different appearing on the random side of the arena. These plumes will appear not quite cardinals or intercardinals, but always in the same set pattern, and different going to appear in a random location ready to dash through the middle of the arena. One thing that's key to this, there's always a safe spot to dodge everything up near the north of the arena, so I recommend just having everyone grouped more or less together to deal with this together. After the first explosion, another set's online are going to appear, and before these explode, everyone's going to dash across the arena. Make sure that your position avoid both the plumes and the damage. Following this, you get a second set, slightly off-center from where the previous ones were. Deal with these in the exact same way, making sure that your current tank does not get too close to the party, so they don't accidentally cleave the party. Once again, just dodge the plumes and the dash, and you're good to go. Now these different mechanics are going to repeat, starting from the eruptions, until you get the possible of 50%. In which case, it gets picked up, disappears, and now you've entered the final phase, Ultima phase. From this point onwards, the mechanics are purely ultimates. The first one you're going to get immediately on the start of this phase is a big one, Etheric Boom. When you see this cast bar, position yourself ready to get knocked back. Tanks and melees getting knocked back towards A, and healers are ranged towards B. As the cast finishes, the knockback goes off, and 4 orbs fall. Let's break down how these work. These orbs are going to be tethered in pairs, and they're going to slowly move towards each other. If a pair of orbs touches each other without being dealt with, they will explode in a massive explosion that wipes the raid. Instead, to deal with these, you need to have a player get in the way of one of these orbs. However, if it's not a tank, one player by themselves will soak the orb and pop both the other orb that's tethered, but that player will die in the process because the damage is too much. To correctly deal with these, you either need to have a tank with a cooldown pop this orb, or you can have the party pop it in groups of 2 or more. The more players that you have,
let's see here. How did they say they were doing this one? Limit break third orbs.
The less damage everybody takes.
Okay.
Now, going back, rewind to show how we deal with the first Etheric Boom. Again, position tanks and melees to go towards A, healers are ranged to knock back towards B. As the knockback goes off, just position all together in a group to pop the first orb. Note that the current main tank, in this case OT, is positioned not so close to the group that they'll hit them with cleaves, but close enough that they can still be part of the explosion. If you find this too difficult, just have your tank go away and have the rest of the tanks and melees take the orb as a group of 3. It's more than enough. Now, I'm going to show you the rest of the Ultima mechanics that you'll see intermixed throughout this fight. These will be layered on top of the other major mechanics. There's Diffractive Laser. This is a mini tank buster that targets the current main tank. It hits in a pretty wide conal AoE, so just have nobody else in front of the boss. You also get Magitech Ray. The boss will rotate towards a random player, drop the AoE line marker. All you have to do is dodge out of this. Hero Plaza orders. A random player gets targeted with a new marker that looks like this, and an orb spawns. If you want to, you can just ignore this. The orb will go into the player, cause them pretty decent damage, and will damage any player around them, but this is never lethal and
I don't know if there's enough people online for this right now. Let's see here. What else? What else could I jump into? Could try to go do the new Alliance raid. Let's see here. I don't even know where to start that at. Let me go check. Let's do my retainers really fast. Alright, let's see here. So, let's look up where. Let's see here. Final Fantasy patch notes. Let's see here. Okay. And let's look up Alliance really quick. Alliance. New Alliance raid. Must complete a mission Mordona. Players must complete Chronicles of a New Era, a mission Mordona. I wonder if that means it's in Mordona. Upon, let's see here. Alright, well let's go check in Mordona really quick and see if it's there. Mordona. Why are you so hard to find? There you are. Players must complete the Chronicles of a New Era quest, a mission in Mordona. Just gonna assume it's there. Let's see here. Those are leaves. I wish it told you where it was at. Location is question marks. Alright, let me just Google it really fast. A mission in Mordona. A mission in Mordona. Oh, it's in Old Charlian. Well, that would make sense. Why would it be in Mordona? Okay. Alright, let's see here. Leaves. Gemstone. Huh. I just want to figure out where this is at. I don't know why they make it so difficult. Alright, let's see here. Mission in Mordona in Old Charlian. Questline Myths in the Realm. How to complete the mission in Mordona. It's a starting quest for the new Mist of the Realms. A new 24-man, the Liga raid. With that said, here's how you unlock it. First, to unlock, you need to complete. Oh man, you need to do the MSQ first. Okay. Well, I'll just speed through those really quick. Let's see, where do those start at? Let's see, where does 6.1 start at? Let's look at the patch notes again. You watching, Yoda? You on here? Let's see here. Where does it start at? Rising Stones, must complete Endwalker. Alright, I need to go to the Rising Stones. So this is why I have two characters, Yoda, because one character's for story and the other one is literally just to like speed through stuff as quick as possible. Because we don't have time. We definitely don't have time to be sitting around. So I will get through these 10 MSQ quests very fast, just so I can be able to unlock the Alliance raid. Actually, I told you I wouldn't do this MSQ until I finished all of the role quests, huh? Okay. Alright. I tell you what. I have the worst one left to do. I have Red Mage left to do. Okay. So how about let's do that. And we'll go from there. I know Rula wants to play some Elden Ring tonight, so we'll just work on this. Son of a, I cannot believe they hide the Alliance raid behind the MSQ. Why would they do that? Oh, how do you like my Red Mage Glam, by the way? I mean, there's nothing special about it, I guess, but you know, they don't. If they all, I guess they always do. But so here's the thing. I guess this is the first time I've ever not skipped through the MSQ. So I guess that's why it doesn't seem like they did in the past. Because beforehand, like I literally just skipped through the MSQ just so I can unlock the content. Oh, finally, we're going to Foundation. Alright, you've waited coming, the phenomenon wherein men turn into monsters. It pains to say that Ishgard has not been spared. Okay. It's very fitting for a red mage. Oh, well, thank you. I think it looks kind of neat. So I want to get the Diable top though, so I can maybe change the red. I don't know. Like, okay. We have confidence in the quality of our knights. The mission would have greatly benefit the battle mage who can stand unflinching in the face of the fell quarry. Would be hard pressed to find an individual who fits that description better than you. You can count on me. Did you know you get tomes for doing the PvP? Ah, that was pretty neat. Alright, let me see here. How much can you get, by the way? You can still only get 450 for the astronomy ones. That sucks. Okay. Let's see, is everything at least above 580, 530? 530, 530. How do I not have... Alright, let's go see if I can at least buy some 560 pieces. Otherwise, these role quests are going to be a little tough. Where am I going? Christ. Tombstone exchange. Disciple of Magic. Alright, how much are these things? Oh, thank God they're cheap. Casting. But I don't have enough to get all of them though. Shit. What do I need here? Let's see, I need a ring and I need a necklace. Ugh, I don't know if I want to spend... Let me see here. So I got 9 of those. On my red mage? I doubt it. No. Hold on a second. How much are these things? 375. Let's get a ring. And do I have enough for the necklace? I do. Okay. There we go. 560 all the way down. 570 or above. Okay. Alright. Now, let's go to Ishgard. Foundation. Oh, I was gonna take a... Let me see if I can take a picture of something here. My adventure plate. I wonder what it... Hold on a second. Edit plate design. Base plate. No, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Tank marker. Whoops. Oh, let me take that off. Banner, welcome back. Curved, tank, healer, DPS, notes, scrapbook, companion, simple. Let's see. Oh, I wish you could change the, whoops. Cool. None. Be nice if you could. Okay, well, we'll just go with none then. How do I get rid of that? I want to be able to just see my adventure plate. I don't want that on there. So it's like, is there a way to be able to like just take a snapshot of it without having this stupid box up? How do I view my adventure plate? Oh, there we go. It still pops up. Probably not. Why would they do that? Like, I want to view it like that, you know? I don't want to... It's in beta right now? Well, they should have thought about that. People are going to want to take pictures of it and you got this stupid box that pops up. Can I move that at least out of the way? Hold on. There we go. Ugh! Get over there. Okay. Let's see. How do I take a picture on this? Take screenshot. Okay, there we go. And then I wanted to send that to myself. Well, I'll just send it to you and then I'll grab it from there. See, I at least put some effort into this one, right? It's not like my other adventure plate, which I just like left standard. I think it turned out pretty good. Wish I didn't have those earrings, but oh well. I need to glam them over. All right, let's see here. So I need to go to Art Oriel. Let's see, where's Art Oriel at? There you are. All right, Art Oriel, what do you got for us? Ah, I've been expecting you. Words cannot express how heartening it is to have you fighting beside us. Yes. Allow me to echo that sentiment. Oh, it's the man himself. Greetings, my friend. Lest you wonder, Lord Artoriel and I are leading the effort to deal with the blasphemy. With your capable self in the fold, I have no doubt we shall succeed. Without further ado, I shall brief you on the situation. 'Twas a handful of days after the first beast appeared in Radzathan. An Elysian man was observed at the hop lawn in the pillars, walking with an unsteady gait. All of a sudden, he buckled over as if in pain, and before anyone knew what was happening, he had transformed into a terrible, draconic beast. At the mere sight of this, many who chanced to be present also turned, and regrettably, the temple knights were forced to put them down. The blasphemy itself, however, took wing and fled. Profane Fafnir, we have chosen to call it, after the dragon man of Ishgardian myth. Since that day, the beasts have often been sighted in the skies above Ishgard. It does not attack, only circles menacingly for a time ere disappearing again. Alas, these brief visitations are enough to cause more people to turn, and for fear and panic to spread further. As part of our investigations, we have sought to identify the man who became the blasphemy, but thus far we have learned not. We have, however, identified a common thread between those who subsequently turned. All were people of fervent faith, people such as priests and inquisitors. When the truth of our nation's history was laid bare, the legitimacy of the church was called into question. Many Ishgardians struggle to reconcile the revelations with their beliefs, and none more so than the pious. Such men and women, we posit, would be more susceptible to despair, and therefore the transformation. I'll be honest, there's a lot that I kind of forgot about Heavensward, so all I remember was something about the four knights killing Nidhogg's sister, something like that. Can't remember the name. And then, yeah. We must find a way to stop it. Ishgard has only just emerged from a 1,000-year war, and we cannot suffer another great tragedy, much less so soon. In order to attain a better understanding of the situation, we intended to speak with a member of the clergy, the sole individual who survived witnessing the blasphemy's birth without being turned. Clem is his name, and he is a deacon of the St. Raymonad's Cathedral. Come, let us seek him there at once. All right. All right, let's see here. Pillars. Let's go this way. Oh, there we go. Clem! How nice to see you. Alright, Rulo said 6:30, yeah, no worries. Alright. Lord Ermic and Lord Artorel, and the savior of Ishgard besides, ye do me the great honor. I am Clem, and I serve as deacon here at St. Raymonard's Cathedral. How do you do? I understand you were among those at the Hoplon when the incident occurred. We give thanks to the Fury for your merciful preservation. We now seek to prevent the blasphemy from wreaking further havoc, and would appreciate any details you can provide. Loath though we are to make you recall unpleasant memories, will you not recount to us what you witnessed that day? Do as I must. We are presently relocating the vault's libraries to the cathedral in case you were unaware. We had finished delivering a batch of tomes, which were on our way to bring over another. As we approached the Hoplon, we noticed a young man walking unsteadily. No sooner that he had come to an abrupt halt than he transformed into a draconic beast. Then the fiend fixed us with a menacing glare, and it was all we could do to find our wits and flee. But to my compounding honor, my brethren who were with me began to turn into monstrosities as well, one after another. Praise the Fury that you, at least, were spared, Deacon Clem. I cannot imagine how frightening the experience must have been. Oh, well, who is this? Bishop Vartanox. Forgive me if I interrupt. I was informed that our stalwart protectors were present, and I wish to express my gratitude. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your service. I pray that we shall soon be free of this scourge. Indeed, if there is aught we might do to aid your efforts, you need but say it. You are most kind, your grace. Well, Artanox, I gotcha. Somehow I have a feeling you're behind something. I don't trust him. We shall see. I think we all can sense it. Oh, so interesting. I went and looked at the PvP rewards, and I have to go look at all of them. But the Gunbreaker coat that you can get from Memoria Extreme, you can get that from something in the PvP rewards now, and it's dyeable. So I wonder if they, and it doesn't really look any different. I mean, it might be a slight difference, but it's basically the same coat. So I wonder if there are, I'll have to go look and see what else is there. That was Bishop Vartanox, the head of St. Rabanons and a member of the Synod. With the seat of the Archbishop vacant, he is, in effect, the highest authority in the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. This is so, yet in spite of his elevated station, he remains as kind and humble as a man as I have ever known. Like his grace, I will do all that I can to help shepherd our people through this uncertain time. To that end, this is a request I would make of you, if you can spare a moment to consider it. No, of course we can't. I like how Artwinel over here, Artroel, just like is like, can we? Of course, if it's within our power, we should be glad to offer you aid. Thank you. All right. In the wake of the transformations, a group of clergymen fled the city in fear. Yet though they sought refuge in the wilderness, they put themselves at the mercy of the elements and fell fiends both. Given the cause of the transformation is not clear, I think theirs was a decidedly unwise decision. I wish to set out and find them, but I am not trained in the ways of war. As such, I require those who are to accompany me in the search. So that is the way of it. Suffice it to say, we will help. Do you know whither your fellows may have headed? To the western lands, I believe. Between the Gorgain the Gorgain Mills and Hemlock, there is no shortage of abandoned dwellings in the area. Very well. Time being of the essence, I propose we split up and scourge in separate areas. Necro, if you could do the pleasure of escorting the good deacon of Two Gorgon Mills, Lord Artriel and I will tend to Hemlock. Alright. Hide that. Okay. Let's get out of here. Wait a minute. What? Where does that take you to? Scholastic Lector? Huh. Interesting. Okay, let's see here. So now we need to go, let's see, duty, journal. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Way up there? Hold on, I'm not going to waste Gil to travel there. We will travel to Skysteel and then go. Why am I lost? There we go. Run. Dun, 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 dun. Kobayashi Maru. That guy's a Star Trek fan. So, the Kobayashi Maru was the test that they put all prospective captains through at flight school, basically, or yeah, like ship school, I guess you would say, ship flight school, captain school, what have you. And in lore, it goes, well, it's a little bit conflicted, but I'll go by the new movie, basically. So Captain Kirk basically cheated, and he was able to successfully pass the Kobayashi Maru. Spock being the one who developed it, he was like, how did this person beat my test? And so it went there. I don't think so. Like, they retold that story in quite a bit more detail in the new movie that came out. I think it's in The Wrath of Khan, maybe, like the older actual William Shatner movie. Like, he's basically talking to one of the Vulcans, and she's really hard on herself about not being able to do well in the Kobayashi Maru. And he basically, she's like, well, how did you, how were you able to do it? And I think he tells her, like, I cheated. And so that's probably where they got the lore bit to be able to expand in the new movie. But anyways, enough of that. We're here talking to the Inquisitor. Well, well, well. You! Yes, me. I've seen you found them. Yes, and none the worse for the wear. Thank the Fury. My friends, forgive us if we have given cause for alarm. We come out of concern for your well-being. Though we understand why you quit the city, we fear that you may have placed yourselves in a greater risk by coming here. You would think that they would put something on a little bit more warm. Like, they're out there in their church robes. They're still wearing their hats, for crying out loud. Like, they could have at least put something with earmuffs on, His Grace Bishop Vartnox, too. He worries for your health and prays for you to see a swift return. So please, will you not allow us to escort you back to the Holy See? I assure you that you will be much safer there in compared to this wretched place. This guy's like, you. Servants of the Fury will never be safe in the city, don't you see? Yeah, he's got a little grin. This is your fault. You and your accursed revolution. The people disdain us, mock us behind our backs, and spit in our faces. Yeah, that's right. Calm and collected as ever. And now someone is conspiring to transform us into monstrosities, enemies of the church, I'll wager, emboldened by your deeds. So no, I will not go back to Ishgard. I'd sooner freeze to death and suffer your pity. Let him die. What? All I have ever done was in service to her. I am a good man. I do not, she cannot forsake me. Ah, Haloni Preserve! Moogle sword, let's do this. Oh man, he went and ran off. I love my little Moogle weapon. Boo boo. Ah, we cannot allow him to harm any others. You know it must be done. Now go and do it, and we'll keep the others calm. And be quick about it. Alright, I'll get it done. Just so you know, this won't be pretty. But they send me to go do the dirty work. They don't want to get their hands dirty, and I understand it. That's why you call the Warrior of Light. We stand ready to do the things so that others may sleep safely in their beds. Alright. The deed is done. Let's go, Wolfie Wolf. Is it done? It's done. He will bother nobody any longer. My thanks. What happened is most regrettable, but we must be grateful that no one else came to harm. While you were gone, the deacon was able to convince the others to return to the city. Let's escort them back at once and then reconvene at the congregation to consider what our next course of action is. For our purposes, we have the use of the strategy room. I would hope so. This is a fucking emergency, and you would think like, oh, yes, you're trying to save the city here. We'll give you an hour or so in the strategy room. Go ahead, but no longer than that. That is for strategic purposes only. Announce yourself to the guard without, and he will show you in. I'm so glad we have access to the strategy room. My goodness. Let's go to the local Burger King and discuss how we're going to take on the blasphemy. Alright, let's see here. Alright. So this is how you do this. You basically kind of line up in shot. See, the little bunny ears basically acts like a sight. Bam! There we go. Now I'm heading straight for it. You just let it go. Anyways. How is your day going so far today, Yoda? Hopefully going well, with the exception of the wind. It has gotten a little windy here also, but otherwise it has been a fairly decent day. Obviously, as you saw, I got my yard taken care of, so that was definitely good. It had been way too long since I cut my grass. Should have cut it last week, but the weather definitely prevented that. So let's just say, let's just say that it was a little bit difficult to call. And someone called me. I need to give them a call back. So I am going to go on mute for a few minutes, but I will be on here still. I don't know how long this is gonna be though. So going on mute for a bit.